All right. Well, welcome everybody to episode 39 of Cardano Ecosystem News. My name's Timmy, and we have a really busy show for you today. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm going to cover a lot of things super quickly. But first, I just want to recognize and thank all of you for continuing to support the Tim1 staking pool. Thanks to your help, our delegation has increased, and we've actually had quite a bit of luck lately. We produced blocks last epoch, as well as the epoch before that. So two epochs in a row, Tim1 stake pool producing blocks and giving rewards, ADA rewards, to our delegators. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please consider staking to the Tim1 staking pool. We've also had 22 people claim their free NFT. You can go to Timmyverse.com. I'll put a link to that down below in the description. Go to Timmyverse.com and you can claim one of these NFTs. You just have to be delegated for 10 epochs. It doesn't matter how much you've delegated, but if you delegate for 10 epochs, you're eligible to get this free NFT. And we've had 22 people claim it so far, so that's cool. Big thank you to everyone who's been delegating for that long or for even shorter. Now remember, we've also got the Nido token as a free giveaway to all Tim1 delegators, and the Pineapple token. And so I'll put a link down in the description. You can go to the ADA Seal VM page, the vending machine for ADA Seal, in order to get those tokens, as well as the Coke coin, the Cardano Positivity coin, 100 million of those every epoch for Tim1 delegators. So very cool stuff. We're also still talking to that project. There's a really big project. You guys all know it. We're talking to them to try and give exclusively, at least at first, their token to the Tim1 delegators as well. And so hopefully we'll do that early next week, but we'll see. We're just ironing out some details. So more utility coming. And then I've also been really, really busy on a brand new project. It's an NFT project with the artist who created me, actually, the artist who created Timmy. She's a brilliant artist, super, super talented, tons of experience in game industry and movie industry. I'm really, really, really fortunate to be able to work with her. And so we're equal partners on a brand new NFT project. We're going to try and release our collection sometime in July, I think. And then we'll have follow-on collections. But we have some pretty cool ideas to add some utility and to kind of make it some new things maybe that haven't been done on Cardano before. So look for that coming. We hope to announce that sometime in May. That's an NFT project that I'm doing with the creator of Timmy, a brilliant 3D artist. So there you have it. A couple things that I've been busy working on. I still want to continue to do about 2 videos, maybe 3 videos per week, but I've been a little bit busy with that. Remember, every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, I do go live with Jay Crypto on a show called The Gauntlet, where we invite projects to come on and we talk all about their NFT projects. And DeFi, actually. We've talked about more than NFTs now. So check that out, Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on in because we have a lot to cover today. The first thing I want to cover is this brilliant project here, absolutely beautiful. It's called Cardano For Ukraine. Now, this is a fundraising project. It's a fundraising event that's happening tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow it's going to be a live music concert that you're all going to be able to watch for free. And if you can't make the time, don't worry. The concert is recorded. And so you're going to be able to watch it for up to 24 hours after tomorrow morning. So I guess from Thursday morning to Friday morning in North America, which might be from Thursday evening until Friday evening in Europe. And so it's Cardano for Ukraine. Their Twitter is ADA for Ukraine, at ADA for Ukraine. But when you go here, you'll see a link. They have a website, CardanoForUkraine.com. And when you land there, you're taken right here. Now, this is pretty cool. You can see this video placeholder here. It's not ready yet, but tomorrow morning, this is going to be a video that you can play. And it's recorded live video from some of the artists that they've hooked up for this festival. And so you're gonna be able to see, if you go to their website, Cardano for Ukraine, you can see the artists down here, the musicians. They've got Seventh Floor, they've got Shart, they've got Alex Bays doing pop, and Capricorns on indie rock. So those are some of the artists that you can see there. They've also got Crime Fighter down here, and Filsville. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, but you can see those are artists number 5 and 6 there. So 6 musicians, 6 artists, and this whole thing is being done to benefit the Wonder Foundation. So you can see some screenshots from some of the participants, some of the volunteers, and others that are associated with the Wonder Foundation. And this is a foundation that's working right now to benefit families and women who have been displaced as part of the war in Ukraine. A lot of women and families have had to leave Ukraine and cross over into Poland, and so this is a fundraiser to help that foundation. The name of foundation is Wonder Foundation, and actually, if you click this more information button here, you'll get to see some more information about how they're supporting Ukrainians in Poland. So you can read all about how they're helping them and see some more faces of the people and the work involved by hitting that more information button. But if you want to donate directly, if you're motivated to help the Wonder Foundation, you can click the Donate Directly button, and that'll take you again back to the Wonder Foundation, but this is their cryptocurrency payment page. And what's really cool is if you scroll down, you'll see this little form here, and you can donate whatever you want in any cryptocurrency just about. They have a ton of cryptocurrencies here, and you can donate whatever amount you'd like. They don't have Cardano, though, no ADA. So if you have some Bitcoin or some Ethereum you want to get rid of, I wouldn't blame you, but you can hit donate directly in order to make that donation using their form here. Now, if you want to donate with ADA, if you want to donate with Cardano's currency, there's going to be a button here tomorrow. So the video is going to come up tomorrow morning, and there's going to be a button here saying buy tickets. Now, what do you mean buy tickets, Timmy? Well, you don't need to buy a ticket to watch the show. The show is going to be completely free. But if you buy a ticket, you'll get like a special memorabilia NFT for the concert. And I'll show you, it looks like this. This is the concert ticket, and you can see some information down here, Wonder Foundation, Cardano for Ukraine. So if you buy a ticket tomorrow using ADA, you'll get one of these brilliant NFTs here. But then you'll also be entered into a raffle. So they're going to be doing a raffle to give away a bunch of prizes. They have 69 raffle prizes to give away. And so if you buy a ticket, you will be entered into the raffle, and you can see some of the rewards that they have right here. They've got a bunch of really cool NFTs. They've got a Pavia NFT, which I think the floor is like 320 ADA. Cardano Legend, we've covered them very, very early on in our channel. But some other wicked NFTs. FutureBot is here, right? They've got Lurker, really cool 3D art there. They've got all kinds of stuff. This cool Ukraine logo here. And then they've got Nito's song, Dragons. This is a song by a good friend of mine, a good friend of the channel, Nito. So he's donated 2 copies, it looks like, of Dragons. And then this beautiful Cardano proxy token here. We covered the DLC, the Dungeon Looters Club, on the Gauntlet last Saturday with JCrypto. They've donated some token here. So they've got all kinds of stuff that they're donating. It's absolutely brilliant. It's in the raffle. And so if you buy a ticket, you're entered a chance to win one of these as part of the raffle. And then you're also, all of that money goes towards supporting the Wonder Foundation. So all of the proceeds from the ticket sales, 100%, will be donated to the Wonder Foundation, helping the families displaced by the war in Ukraine within 24 hours. Within 24 hours of the live stream. And I think the live stream is tomorrow morning. So that money should get donated sometime tomorrow or early Friday. Of course, they are going to save a little bit of ADA in order to pay for some of the transaction fees for giving away the prizes in the raffle. So some of the money will be held back for that. So that's what it is. Now, as I mentioned, you can donate directly now, or you can wait until tomorrow. You're going to see a buy tickets button to be entered into the raffle. But if you don't want to spend money, you just want to see the concert, you should be able to do that as well. It's at CardanoForUkraine.com. Now, this whole thing is being organized by a couple brilliant people, brilliant projects. One is True Era Festival. Now, we've talked about this project before on the channel. It's actually this really cool Cardano NFT Festival project, and they're going to be doing their own festival, and they're creating technology to do live, large-scale live events kind of in Cardano, in kind of like a mini metaverse. You can see more information on their page here. That's trueerafestival.com. So they're helping to organize this Cardano for Ukraine concert, but then also the band. And you can see how it's ADA band, but he's just got the band in red, the band. And so his Twitter is actually at the band CNFT. And what's cool is I just met him yesterday in a Twitter space. We were in a Twitter space together, and I heard him mention this Cardano for Ukraine concert, and just really appealed to me. It really resonated with me. So we've been chatting over the last 24 hours, and that's why we're talking about the concert today. But check him out. It's at the band CNFT, and he has his own project. He's actually getting ready to do a music-based NFT project on Cardano. You can see he's got a brilliant website here, theband.io, and you can learn all about the things that he's working on there, and he's going to be doing a mint of a project pretty soon. So big shout out to True Era Festival, and big shout out to the band for organizing all of this. You can see some of the donators and partners: DLC, Ada Ninjas, Crypto Raggies. I can't name them all. There's my boy Nito. Big shout out Cardano Proxies, Future Fest, which is also using True Era Festival technology. Really cool, impressive list of donators there, and then more information about how dire is the crisis. Estimates are is that 4.2 million refugees have fled Ukraine. Just totally, it's a terrible situation. And it looks like they're saying here 2.5 million have gone to Poland. And so the Wonder Foundation is set to help them. You're going to want to come here tomorrow morning to see if you can watch the show. Even if you can't come in the morning, come tomorrow afternoon, come tomorrow evening. It'll be here for 24 hours. And if you're interested, hit donate directly or hit the buy tickets button. That'll be here. I think they're just waiting in order to set up some technology. From what I understand, the fees for minting the ticket are going to be waived by their minting partner. They're just trying to iron out the details. So don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if they'll be able to get that ready in time, but I think they're trying to get the fees waived, and that's why the button's not here yet. But tomorrow morning there'll be a buy ticket button. And don't worry, you don't need to buy a ticket, but if you do, you'll be supporting this brilliant foundation and pretty cool project. Well, there's another awesome Ukraine benefit project and initiative happening right now. And how cool are all these friends beside me right now? Beautiful, beautiful art. I love this one. Big shout out to the artist Hans Kingdom. So this is from the ShelterPets project. Now, we're big friends with them. Big shout out to the founder, Trey. We're always chatting. He's one of my best Cardano friends, I'll say. And this is the ShelterPets project, ShelterPetsCNFT.com. They do a ton of work in order to help abandoned pets, and you can actually mint some of their regular pet NFTs. You can see here really beautiful art by their artist, Hans Kingdom. And you can see, I think that's actually his dog there, but they've donated thousands of ADA to dog shelters. There's one here, Pariah Dog Koh Samui in Thailand, and they've just been donating tons and tons and saving dogs, lots of dogs, feeding up to 6 dogs for a whole year. It's totally wild. Big shout out to Shelter Pets. But right now, if you click the View Ukraine NFT button on here, it takes you to a special page where they've created these Ukraine-colored pets, right? How cool are these? There's a Sphinx, there's a short hair, and a punk cat. That's one of my favorites. I love this cat. There's a husky down here, a Dalmatian, and a pug. And so the way it works is there's 7 different designs, right? Because there's a retriever at the bottom. So 7 designs, and you see how there's 50 of each here, so that's 350. But then they've also got another 350 for a random mint. So once again, I'll cover that more from the top. There's 700 total of these NFTs, 700 total. And so there's 100 of each pet. So there's 100 punk cats, there's 100 huskies, 100 Dalmatians. But what he's done is pretty cool. He's taken half of the 100 and let you choose the exact one you want. So if you really want the European short hair, you can just hit purchase here, and that'll be the one you get. Or if you don't care which one you get, you want to feel you're feeling lucky, you want to roll the dice, you can hit this one down here, and you'll get any one of these 7 animals, kind of a random draw. What's cool is all of the funds, 100%, are being donated to the Ukraine efforts. And what he's doing is 50% of the funds will be donated directly to war relief, but the other 50% will be used to support animal shelter charities that are affected by the war in Ukraine. And that's really, really interesting, you know. I do think it's important to help the humans and all the other people that are affected, but it's cool that at least someone, at least this project has their eye out for the beautiful animals that are being affected by the war in Ukraine. So it's a brilliant idea, half and half, but 100% of all of these proceeds go towards helping with the issue, with the war in Ukraine. So check it out. It's at ShelterPetsCNFT.com. You can just go ahead and click the View Ukraine NFTs here. Or if you want to go directly, it's ShelterPetsCNFT.com/Ukraine. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up a punk cat. I got to get my ADA sorted. But I just love the look of this guy. All with the Ukrainian colors. Big shout out. I'm excited to support the animals. You know, some of these animals, who's taking care of them, right? You know, we just told you about how a lot of families, a lot of women have been displaced, have had to leave Ukraine, and I worry, you know, maybe some animals got left behind, and heaven forbid, some animals might be left in the shelters. I tremble just to think about it. But big shout out to Trevor and to ShelterPets for working on this. We've covered their team before. Really, really cool group of guys here. Real KC, one of his buddies, and then Hans Kingdom. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I want to see some more art. He's actually created some Timmy-inspired cats that we're going to be giving away on the channel soon if I can find some time. But there you go, Shelter Pets Project. Check them out. I love everything they do. If you're not interested in the Ukraine side of things, take a look at what they're doing with Pariah Dog Kosamui. They've saved tons of dogs. Like they're feeding dogs all over the place. It's really heartwarming. This is why I joined Cardano. All right, now something a little different I want to get on your radar is this new NFT marketplace. It's called Fibo.art or Fibo.art, Fibo.art. And this is Cardano NFTs, but just like one of ones, or like art-based NFTs. These are artists who are creating, their own art, not like 10,000, unit sales of like game projects or anything like that. This is visual art. This is the art side of NFTs. Artists who want to, try and release their NFT on the blockchain, giving, verified ownership to the people who buy them. So I've opened a couple here, really cool, kind of digital painting here, a voyage moved by unknown fuel. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe a little bit of a commentary on the gas prices and kind of what we're doing to our environment. But you can see here there's a link to the Twitter pages of the artists, as well as the policy ID. And you can connect your wallet. I think it's set up maybe just for Yoroi right now, or it might be also Nami, but it looked like Yoroi to me. And so I want to get this on your radar. If you're an art fan, maybe check in here once a week. I'd like to see if it starts to pick up some more traction. This is a really cool one for 25 ADA. You can read the description, right? Learn about the inspiration, and then you can get a link to the artist's website. So I think, that's cool. Kind of bringing us in, showing us a little bit more of his background. So this is Fibo, Fibo.art. They're still in beta, so it's a little bit early, but that's what we're trying to do here is show you stuff early, get it on your radar, and we'll see what happens. Crypto Basho. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. I really like this one, created by Crypto Anime. There you go. Very, very cool. Fibo.art. And special shout out on this one. This was actually brought to my attention by a friend of the channel and a friend of mine. Their name is Scannels, ScanLZ. Twitter feed is @ScanLZ, @Scannels. Always supporting me in everything I do. Big supporter of the channel, supporter of the Stakepool, always supporting my tweets as they come out. Thank you for all of your help and support. It really does mean a lot. And thank you for showing me Fibo.art. Really, really cool art-based NFT marketplace. All right, so shifting gears a little bit away from NFTs now and into kind of more general Cardano ecosystem news. This was a brilliant announcement, a wicked blog posted just today, actually, by Input Output HK, or IOG, Input Output Global. And they let us know that today they formally announced that the Project Catalyst has launched the Ariob, I think that's how it's pronounced, or Ariob. Maybe someone can help me. How is this pronounced? Incubator program. And this is being done in collaboration with ICEADIS, which is a Pan-African business incubator. And so I'll walk you through it just at a high level, but this is pretty cool for Cardano and for Africa. This is like an accelerator, a startup incubator, in order to kind of supercharge all kinds of Cardano-based projects in Africa. And this was launched not by IOG, not by Cardano Foundation, but this is coming out of Project Catalyst. And Project Catalyst is our community-based project funding, protocol and system. And they've launched this Ariob initiative in order to incubate, in order to help fund and coach and train startup projects in Africa that want to use Cardano. So I did see here that Ariob, it means a collection of starts. Now, I'm not sure if that means starts or stars. I'd love if someone could also tell me. I could see Ariob maybe be a collection of stars, but maybe it's starts. I actually think it works really well either way. A collection of stars, like star projects in Africa, or a collection of starts, because these are startups. And so it's not just one start, but it's 5 or 6 starts at something cool in the Cardano ecosystem. So that's Ariob. And basically, they're going to be supporting a ton of projects in order to get up and running in Africa. You can find a link to their website at the top of the blog here, and it's a beautifully designed website. You can see it here. It's the Ariob Incubator, startups solving real-life challenges in Africa. And you can see some of the startups here. Direct Ed, which is all about facilitating scholarships to talented individuals to help low income families who might otherwise not be able to attend, post-secondary education or even secondary education in some cases. You've got all kinds of other projects here. One Thrift, which is a decentralized thrift system. Waya Collective, we've actually heard about these guys a few other times. They're doing a decentralized enterprise network for manufacturing. So they're on the manufacturing side of things, and brilliant project, Waya Collective. I think we covered them maybe in December. Delivery chain, and then Chicha, I think is how it's explained, and it's a voucher system to solve the problem with small change in Zimbabwe. So a really interesting cryptocurrency project there, dealing with the issue of change, like pennies, and I can imagine in these countries where they have a weakened currency, they must be overridden with kind of the lower denominations of their currency. So moving on, Hippocrates, Cato, I won't go through all of them. The main thing is this is the launch of the Startup Incubator. It's a startup incubator for Africa that was launched by Project Catalyst. Okay, that's a unique twist, launched by the Catalyst branch of the Cardano ecosystem, which funds all kinds of projects. If you're interested in doing a project on Cardano, you can get funding. There's a huge treasury, over $1 billion available for projects that want to build on Cardano. You can click the link in the blog here, and it'll tell you all about Project Catalyst if you want to get involved. All right, so from startup incubators to DeFi and DEXs, I want to give you an update from Genius Yield Official. This is actually a video they released just a few hours ago on April 6th, so that's the day that I'm recording. And this is episode 5 of their educational video. It's all about smart order routers, or smart order routers. SORs basically is what they're called. And they have a brilliant Medium blog article that you can find on their official blog read that was also released today. And it walks you through how this works, but what are the benefits of SORs and how they're going to help with decentralization. And we'll come back to this, but I first want to point you to their Twitter page at GeniusYieldO, and this blog post here, which will link you, or the Twitter post here, which will link you to their YouTube page. And actually, if you go to their YouTube channel, you'll see they've got a bunch of videos here and a bunch of monthly updates and interviews with the team. Just a lot of really cool information. This team has been really transparent. I would say more than any DEX we've maybe seen before. Multiple team members are known. Lars Brunges here is actually the director, I think, of education for Input Output Global. So it's a stellar team, and they're very transparent. But check out the video they just did around smart order routers. I won't play the whole thing here, but I do want to highlight a couple really cool things that were in here. They start by telling you that when you use the Genius Yield DEX, if you want to do a swap, your order will get immediately placed on the blockchain, on Cardano. So your order will be sitting there on the blockchain saying that maybe you want to trade 1 Pavia for 1 ADA. Let's say that's the price you want. And so it'll just sit there waiting, but it'll be public on the Cardano blockchain. And then a smart order router, which is kind of like a bot, will come and it'll see your order and it'll pick it up when it sees another order to match it with. So maybe you wanna buy 1 Pavia for 0.5 ADA, and there's someone else who wants to sell 0.5 ADA for 1 Pavia. So it's a brilliant matching, right? You want what they want what you want. The smart order router, the SOR, will see that on the blockchain because the blockchain's public, and it'll go ahead and match you guys up and do the order. So that's the idea with smart order routers. They're always scanning all of the open orders on the blockchain in order to find pairings, right? This is an order book model style DEX, and so they're always looking for 2 people to pair with in order to do a trade. And so you can learn a lot more about it in this video. It's the Genius DEX number 5 Smart Order Routers video. And they get into like, okay, who can run an SOR and why would I want to? How do they get paid? The really cool thing is that anyone is going to be able to run an SOR. Anyone is going to be able to run one of these bots that's automatically always scanning the blockchain in order to match up orders. We want as many of these bots running. That way, the orders will be processed quickly, and there'll be kind of a decentralized nature where if one of them goes down or if one of them is doing something funny, there'll be another one to back it up. And so you can read more about that in their blog, that the whole SOR model about allowing any Stakepool operators or even just regular individuals to run one of these SOR bots is all about decentralization. No matter what, like, the DEX keeps running because the bots, the actual thing that's matching people, is decentralized. Now, I think Sunday Swap, they had 30 Stakepool operators in their initial kind of Sunday test, their ice cream test there. And so, we'll see how many they start with. They do say at the beginning it'll only be vetted operators, but eventually, if they can get to a stage here with Genius DEX where there's many SORs, many people running them, maybe even dozens or hundreds, that'll be really, really cool to see. So check out their Twitter feed at GeniusYieldO to learn more about these smart order routers, smart order routers. Really, really cool technology. This is the future of DEXs. This is the future of decentralized exchanges happening right here, right now in Cardano. And it's all powered by our EUTXO model, right? We've got this upgraded version of the Bitcoin protocol, the EUTXO protocol, that only exists on Cardano as far as I know. It's an upgraded version of UTXO, which is what Bitcoin's using. And so it's really cool to see some of this new technology come out that's powered by things that make Cardano unique. So that's Genius Yield and their smart order routers. And full disclaimer, I am a Genius Yield ambassador, but I'm definitely interested in this project in a very personal way. I actually covered them way back in January before they invited me to be an ambassador. So, it's one of my leading DEXs, if not the leading. I think it's the number one DEX I'm waiting for. So I'm using other DEXs right now because they haven't launched yet. But this is the one I'm most anticipating right now. It's called Genius Yield. All right, so this next story I have for you is less of a story and more of a question. I'm really curious what's happening here. A bunch of us have been talking about this on Twitter. Well, I've mostly just been spectating today to figure out where is this huge jump coming from in the number of Plutus scripts being deployed to Cardano. A lot of other blockchains joke that Cardano doesn't have smart contracts. We had 1,600 on the 28th of March, and now, then we had 2,100, right? 25% increase the day after. We're sitting at over 2,000, almost 2,400 smart contracts. But what happened on the 23rd of March here, or the 28th of March, to get this huge, 500 smart contracts got deployed that day? And I think there's been some speculation in Twitter. Does anyone know what this is? Feel free to drop a comment if you figured it out or if you saw someone else figured it out. I'd be really, really curious. This is all powered by the Blockchain Insights website. It's absolutely wicked work. It's created, their Twitter feed is at Insights Cardano, and you'll see a link to the website here, this bit.ly link here. If you click that, that'll take you to this brilliant statistics dashboard that shows you tons and tons of stuff about Cardano. It's created by the Cardano fan staking pool, CRFA. So big shout out to them, CRFA. And someone posted this. It was pointed out to them earlier today, and it's a bit of a mystery, I think, still, at the time that I'm recording. What happened here? I was doing a bit of research, a bit of investigation, really, and I noticed that a few days before that, we saw a huge spike in native tokens. This is fungible tokens. So it could be unrelated, right? These aren't NFTs. These are like actual tokens. We had 4,500, but then 51, basically 5,200. So a jump of about 600, fungible tokens on the 23rd of March, 600, and then a jump of 500 contracts a few days later on the 28th of March. They might not be related at all, but the charts kind of look a little bit similar with that huge spike out of nowhere. Anyone know what's going on here with both of these? What was the fungible token and what was the smart contracts per day? There's a bunch of other stuff on this website, though. If you click the delegation tab on the left, you can see a bunch of data and in terms of how many people are delegating and staking their ADA. And look at this huge jump. We remember this. I think some of us think it might have been Coinbase now, opening up some pools. But huge jump. We're well above 72%, creeping up on 73% now, total delegated ADA. And that's very, very healthy to see. That means people are probably holding. Now, when you delegate on ADA, your ADA is not staked on Cardano. It's not locked, I should say. When you delegate on Cardano, your ADA is not locked. So these people might be long-term investors. They might not be. But clearly the ADA isn't sitting on an exchange, unless it's Coinbase, I guess. But yeah, it's a very, very good sign that this continues to trend upward. Even after, this huge spike, it's definitely trending in the right direction. Number of delegated wallets, well past 1 million now, coming up on 1.2 million. So yeah, so take a look at this website, Cardano Blockchain Insights, and let me know if you have an idea what that big jump of Plutus scripts are. Wow, I can't wait to see what these scripts are going to do for us. All right, and just a couple more quick stories to wrap up the episode. If you didn't catch it, there was a wicked Twitter space earlier this week, actually just on Tuesday, with hosted by Clay Nation, but with Snoop Dogg and his son Champ, as well as Charles Hoskinson. But then Warren G also showed up. I'm a big fan of Warren G and the regulators. Mount up. So totally epic Twitter space. I think there's been over 80,000 people have listened to this now. Actually, I think maybe if I play the recording, we can get the last number. 110,000 people have listened to this. Totally out of control. But you can go ahead and there's a whole replay that you can listen to, and it's available here on Clay Nation's Twitter feed at the Claymates. You're gonna want to check it out. There was a fun little side episode about Uncle Sam. I did edit this tweet here. You'll see the original language from the Claymates is a little bit more passionate, let's say. So I've removed a couple words, but really fun dialogue about Uncle Sam and Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg seems quite engaged. He's talking about doing like hands-on tutorials, partnering with Charles to do like an onboarding video for Cardano and music NFTs, and it doesn't seem like a passive little kind of partnership. It sounds like he's ready to be pretty hands-on. Snoop Dogg has recently purchased Death Row Records, and he's working on getting the masters to his and the other music from Death Row from way back, and I think his plan is to release those as NFTs. He's partnering with Gala Games and just doing a whole bunch of stuff in the NFT space, and it looks like he's chosen Cardano to be part of his project portfolio. So check that out at the Claymates. If you scroll down their Twitter feed, you'll see a recording of the Twitter space there. All right, and my last story is a big shout out to a friend of mine, a personal friend of mine, and a friend of the channel. His name is Christopher Williams at Ada Crypto Geek. He's got a merch store that we talked about before. I think if you use the code TIMFAN, TIMFAN, you can get 15% off at his merch store here, yearsofcryptocurrency.com. But what I want to show you today is he's done some pretty cool things. He actually bought a bunch of land on Carda Station, and now he's got a Timmy 10 Epoch supporter NFT flying on the moon. So Timmy is on the moon now. This is actually, it animates in Carda Station. If you go check out the Carda Station metaverse, you'll be able to see this animating there. So super cool to be on the moon. Kind of Tim won Stakepool, and Timmy the cat has planted down their flag, courtesy of Chris Williams here at Ada Crypto Geek. So that's our show for you today. A lot of kind of small things. Just want to remind everyone, I'm going to be live on Saturday with Jay Crypto. On Friday, though, I have a really cool video. We're going to be talking all about a new project I haven't covered before, but it's going to be a really big deep dive on this project. I'm really looking forward to it. I've already started recording it. It's probably one of my biggest, most complex deep dives. So look for that Friday night. It's going to be out late Friday night Pacific time. And then a few hours later, Saturday morning, I'll be live on the Gauntlet. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the Tim 1 staking pool. And we'll see you soon. Meow.